I was like completely out. I had like no workout routine, and I went from like doing a lot to like doing nothing, and then it was really hard. I just couldn't get back into it. Every time I'd like start something that lasts a month, a few weeks, and you know what I mean, and then it would fall out. And I travel for work and stuff, and so I like had a really hard time adjusting to that. And I've traveled twice now since with this, and I've been able to just do my PT before and after. I've done workouts while I was gone. You know, it's just because I know somebody's paying attention. And like, I don't want to be hurting when I come back. So. It was just like, one, it was frustrating because it was just me. So like there was nobody. I do a lot better when I know there's somebody like waiting for me. Like in the morning when I come to my classes, everybody's looking, are you going to be here on Wednesday? Are you going to be here Friday? You know, and people are expecting you. So you show up and you're not going to be late, you know, and you're just going to do it. And then you want to be able to keep up with everybody. So like, then when I'm traveling, I was like, well, if I let myself go, then I'm going to be like way behind everybody. So it's like that little bit of, I guess, competition in a good way. That works really well for me. Especially with weights, I always struggled with that because it's like, if you do the same thing, it's like it gets boring, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything and just sitting here doing this. And so I don't have to figure out what I have to do. Like somebody's already got it planned. It's different every single time. And like, I mean, Joe will even write it down on the board, so I don't even have to count in the morning because Lord knows I can't count when I'm half asleep. But it works. Yeah, it's like, okay, just tell me what I gotta do, and I'll go out there and get it done. I definitely have more energy. I feel stronger. For me, the big thing was like the energy, because I was just tired all the time. And you know, I'm still tired, but it's not like I'm falling over, like I need to go take a nap right now. And I just didn't have energy to be with my kids. And now I'm going home, and when you work out, especially for me, I work out in the morning, so I could go home and I have energy the rest of the day even. And that's a good feeling. I'm not like, I mean, I was getting done with work at the end of the day. I was done. I was ready for bed by 6 o'clock. So it's nice, and I'm sleeping better, which is great too. So I'm actually getting more sleep now than I was. So that's great. One, I'm really paying attention to it, and I realized that if I'm getting up to work out and I'm not being consistent about when I'm going to sleep, then I'm just like, when that alarm goes off, I'm like, and I'm like, I'm coming, and I mean, you're working hard. You're not just like kind of stumbling through it. So it's like you need to be a little mentally awake and ready to go. And plus, like, then when I work out in the morning, then when it's time to go to bed, I'm ready. I'm tired. I don't need as much time to unwind and stuff. I'm just like, okay, good night. See you later. I'm out. I definitely know. So I feel like everybody else has been making comments about, and I'm like, okay, I didn't really notice, but it's like, you know, you like see yourself every day.
Right.
And I actually am like, I feel like some of my jackets and stuff fit differently, but it's like, because like the shape of my arms are changing. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes I'm like, I think some of that's like, I'm actually getting some muscle there. I'm like, I think there's muscle underneath there.
100%.
But I've been getting a lot of comments like at home and here at the gym, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, which is good, because like when you see yourself every day, you're just doing it every day, you don't always notice things. I don't know if it's that I'm just like standing tall, like I'm, like I feel like I'm just standing taller, and I don't feel like as bloated in my middle area. I don't know, I'm very bad at measuring myself, like, cause it like looks like it's the same measurement the whole time, but like I definitely think it's changing. It's not. It might be that same measurement in that one spot, but not like everywhere else.
You're losing inches.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And scale is finally starting to come down, which is very exciting.
Yes.
What people look like, the first comments I got were that it was just like, you look great. And it wasn't necessarily like, oh, you look thinner or anything like that. It was like, but I looked happier. I looked more energetic. Like I just looked like I was having a good time, and I think that's the biggest part. It's like you're enjoying it, you're feeling good. You're starting to feel a little bit more confident in yourself, and you're just like, okay, I'm not worried about like what's hanging out when I'm working out or anything like that, and you're just going and you're getting into it and stuff. And then now I'm starting to get comments that they definitely noticed it in the waist area and things like that. So then that feels good too. So. I feel like I'm becoming me again. Like, I think we talked when I first started that I didn't feel like me. I mean, I was an athlete growing up. I grew up at farm. I was always very active. I'm very goal oriented, and so like for me, I just felt like I was stuck in like this body. I just got put in this body, and it was just not. I couldn't do the things that I really enjoyed doing, and I didn't have as much confidence or energy, and it just sucked. But I feel like more like myself. Like I feel like I could go out there and do a lot of the things that I want to do, or that I'm on track to be able to do those things. So that feels good. It's sometimes step for step. I mean, I think there's a lot of things in life that I could have not done because I was scared, but it's like sometimes you just gotta take that leap, and it's amazing. I mean, I think about the first time I ever went rappelling. It's like taking that step off the ledge is terrifying, but then you get to it and you're like, this is kind of fun, And I think that's what you gotta do. Sometimes it's like it's not gonna be easy at first, but it's gonna be worth it. And you've gotta not focus so much on that step. It's okay, long term, and always try to think about that when you get like really nervous about, oh my God, like today is gonna be hard. Like I think about when I'm traveling or if I'm going out to meet with clients, I'm like, I have lunch out, I have coffee out, I have dinner out, how am I gonna do this? And I'm just like, okay, just like one thing at a time, I'm gonna look at it and figure it out, but at the end of the day, this is where I wanna be next month, so I can't just keep making exceptions. It's just taking that first step. Like you get pushed, I get pushed here more than I ever would. But then today I can hang from a bar. Like I've never even been able to hold on to the bar long enough. And I'm like, but everybody was celebrating with me. Even the people that are just like doing all these crazy shit. But that's the environment that I love about it. Plus, I mean, the dogs are fun too, so.